Because right now,
we are going to move in to the biggest fight of the year, UFC 246, live from the T-Mobile Arena. Return of the Mac. The notorious Conor McGregor comes back to fight Donald Cowboy Cerrone. I was going to say Cowboy Donald Cerrone, but, you know.
yeah!
Yeah! First of all, right, there's something that really annoys me about this fight before I even start. The poster. The fact that they didn't, like, align the faces for the poster.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why. It actually wrecks my head.
Yeah,
It doesn't even make sense.
Yeah. Like the symmetry.
Yeah, it's just, like, not right.
Yeah.
And it was so easy to do as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
They did it for the Diaz fight.
Exactly, yeah.
I don't get it. Maybe it's supposed to be, like, fit Cowboy's hat in and then, like, make McGregor look, like, more important because that's people aren't buying to see Cerrone fight, really.
Yeah. First of all, before we go into all the news, this Wednesday at 1 a.m. So
January 15th.
Technically Thursday is the press conference for people that are trying to find out. The weigh-ins are on Friday, and obviously the fight's on Saturday. Ross, where do we start, right? This is one fight. We've been waiting for the return of Conor McGregor since October 2018 when he lost to Khabib. So just over a year in the making. Conor's finally back. We've been looking forward to this. We always know our biggest shows go down when Conor McGregor's actually on the card. So make sure to like, subscribe, and hit a comment there as well. Let us know who you're backing this weekend. But Ross, we're after like watching The Embedded. We're after watching his interview with Ariel Helwani. We're after watching his interview with the Mac Live. What Conor McGregor do you think is back?
Judging from what I'm hearing, what I've seen from, I feel like it's genuinely the best trained Conor McGregor we're going to have in a while. I feel like he really, really means it when he says he's back. He's, you know, back in love with the fight game. He's training hard. He hasn't drank in 3 months. He has, what's your man's name? Tony Robbins coming to his house to, like, talking about the fight. He's gone back to his roots with his criminal and boxing coaches. I feel like, look, if this Conor McGregor can't beat Cowboy Cerrone, he's in a lot bigger trouble than we ever thought he was.
I know, yeah. This is sort of like, which is, I'm sort of like, I like, Conor McGregor has to win this fight. He has to win this.
Well, if you go back to, I think it was 2016, the last time he won a fight against Eddie Alvarez. Since then, he's gone on and he fought Floyd Mayweather in boxing. He lost that. Then he fought Khabib, and he lost against Khabib as well at UFC 229, and now it's UFC 246. So there's been a very long layoff since the last fight. He was saying himself that the week of the Khabib fight, he was still drinking the whiskey. I think when he did go into the Khabib fight, it's almost like his biggest goal in that fight was to launch Proper 12.
Yeah.
It seems like it was more important to do Proper 12 than it was to beat Khabib. Now I feel like Proper 12 is off doing its own thing. He has the Mac Life. He has McGregor Fast. He has August McGregor. And now he has the UFC. He's actually got his fingers in so many pies.
Yeah.
But I think he realised himself that all those pies will automatically elevate if he actually keeps fighting.
Yeah.
Because think of how many people over in America are like, make sure you have your proper number 12 for the McGregor fight. You know what I mean? People are going to go out and buy 4 or 5 bottles of that stuff for the fight.
Yeah.
When they're hosting their parties, watching it at home.
Yeah. Well, let's speak about that. Do you think this is going to be as big a Conor McGregor show as normal? Like, do you think this is going to break 1 million?
Yeah, definitely. Conor McGregor, like, but you have to still realise the fans of the US have been clamouring for a McGregor fight, and he still has that pull.
Yeah, but there hasn't been that much. There's been next to no buzz around Dublin about this fight.
A lot less, but I think you'll see that soon gather on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. People be like, where are you watching the fight? Who's going to win? And so on and so forth.
Well, I think the will, like all the stations and stuff will obviously start posting stuff because they need the clicks. So they're going to put Conor McGregor's name on nearly everything, you know?
Yeah, but like...
And they'd be foolish not to.
If you say his name, you garner clicks. You know what I mean? That's just the way the world of the internet works with Conor McGregor. I thought his interview with Ariel Helwani was absolutely brilliant. Ariel did a great job as always. Yeah. He asked the hard questions. He asked about, allegations in the past about, I don't know whether in the past just he asked about him like illegitimately fathering a child, which he was proven he hasn't.
Yeah.
And you know what? It made me almost side slightly more with him and be like, you know what? He's like, time will tell that like that was not me. So I think you have to sort of give him that opportunity. I think this country we're quite bad at being like guilty until proven innocent, as opposed to innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah. Well, like Conor McGregor is like one of the loudest mouths in the country, like, you know. So when you are that guy who keeps going higher and higher and higher, people are waiting for you to lose once, and then like people can't wait to chop the legs off you and let you collapse.
Yeah, but also like the stories come out like just get more outrageous and egregious at times. It's like, yeah, he was in a room and he was doing coke with Ryan Tuberty and Eamon Dunphy, and then like Giles pissed the bed. You know what I mean? It was just like,
And Bertie Ahern drove them home.
yeah, it was like the more outrageous you could do, the story could be, like that's what it was. And Daniel O'Donnell will sing karaoke. You know what I mean? It was just like the more outrageous story, the more people were like, he definitely did it.
Yeah.
But look, at the end of the day, he's actually back doing what we love that he's doing. He's back fighting. Yeah. He is like nothing we've ever seen before in the fight game. Not only his fight style is so unique, the way he comes in and out, the way he judges the distance, the way he carries himself into the octagon, the way even you know when they're calling out the fighters' names, the way he like moves around, it's so unique,
compelling.
I think the only person who's maybe even comparable to him is like a John Jones or an Adesanya. Like they have their sort of own walkout. They like are weirdly at most comfortable in the octagon.
Yeah,
it's a really interesting thing to see. See, you look at someone like Cerrone and you can see it. Like he's in there, he's focused, but like there's this like essence of fear in him, if you know what I mean. And he's discussed himself before. He's afraid he's going to lose. He's afraid what way the fight's going to go. And even if you look at someone like Jorge Masvidal, you know what I mean? Like he always talks about like how scared he gets, and like they obviously hide the fear well, but it's just one of those things that comes over you. And I suppose that's what sort of you have in life, a sort of flight or fright or fight syndrome. And I think McGregor's is always fight, and obviously Cerrone is fight as well. But I've seen Donald Cerrone in fights where he's like, nah, thanks very much, and then you know, I don't like to say he gave up, because I don't think he gave up, but he was like, once the chips are down, he wasn't trying to pick them back up.
Yeah, I think see, like after watching the interviews, Conor, he seems like he's changed. I don't know what it is. Like I think that Tony Robbins thing could be a thing, because I definitely counted at least like 4 or 5 different times he referenced God or praying or something in the spirit above, anyway, which he's not notoriously known for. Well, it's not like you never be like Conor McGregor always prays.
Yeah, if you were like Kay Taylor was praying, I'd be like, obviously.
Yeah, but I asked Ross, I go, Ross, why do you think he sort of has this different attitude? What do you think made him sort of change and really step up and stop sort of acting like a reckless child and become more of a mature CEO of a whiskey brand, clothing brand, everything? And what was your answer? What do you think that?
I think maybe it was the birth of his daughter. I think like having a son, I know myself, like it humbles you, makes you sort of want more for your family and stuff like that. But like he's gonna grow up as a lad, if you know what I mean. But I think obviously having a daughter this time around, like he almost has to be like a respected figure as a male, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Not that obviously you don't be a respected figure when you have a son, but I think it was more so like you have to show your daughter how to treat people. I think it's sort of an old school mentality.
Yeah. Also, if you're the CEO and stuff, like you can't be like getting that reckless. Like let's agree, or you can disagree. He got too out of control, just being on stage and doing all the stuff as like against Khabib.
He knew himself. He was running around too much. Going on like he said himself. He was on 3-day benders.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Looking at it now, you're like, oh, it's a bit much now. Like I don't see it being the same previous Conor McGregor's as it is into this fight.
I don't think so. I think he's got the head screwed on. He's going to do this season. I don't know whether just for watching the interview, I feel like he's going to try and do this MMA season, as he calls it, and then maybe try and do a boxing match against Mayweather or something like that, and then go back and do with MMA again.
Yeah, he looks. He looks
sharp. He looks focused. He looks driven.
Yeah, all of the above. Yeah.
Like I was sort of looking,
which
for,
I haven't seen in ages.
No, I was sort of looking for a chink in the armor, and I didn't really see one.
Yeah, because obviously it's been well documented before that he hadn't talked to John Kavanagh in a few months. Obviously, John didn't want to be around this situation. Conor had previously in camps picked everything because he said he's the highest IQ in the fight game, so he picked everything he did for training. And I think a lot of people were afraid to say, here, no, you should do this or that, because when you're getting paid good money and you're living the life of luxury, do you really want to stop that? You know? But now he looks like John looks pretty happy. He said this has been a perfect fight camp.
Yeah.
What do you think of that? Do you think like John would say if it wasn't a perfect fight camp as well?
I saw a few people said they were concerned that like they were letting the fighter pick all their training schedules, and obviously the fighter's going to pick their preferred training regimen, and saying that like he not going to really take instruction from other people, that it was going to be a McGregor orientated camp. But look, Conor McGregor is like known for predicting things and known for like having a different view to the fight game. He knows the way a fighter moves. Like look at the way he beat Jose Aldo. He's like, I know he's going to lunge in with his right hand, then I'm going to come back and hit him with the left, and that's what happened. So he obviously like can see these like absolute minute differences in fighters, the way they stand before they throw a punch and a kick, and it's you know what he says, timing beats speed. You know what I mean? And he's got the most perfect timing I've ever seen out of someone in a fight game.
Yeah, definitely. Israel Adesanya's coach was saying that anytime he thinks Israel's stepping out of line, he then sends in a few monsters to humble him again. I think Conor McGregor's only one of the only very minute amount of MMA athletes that are in charge basically of their own situation.
I suppose that is true to a certain facet, but like I'm pretty sure Floyd Mayweather is like in charge of his camp really. I'm trying to think. See, there's not that many individual sports that are so single-mindedly driven. Yeah, I know.
I'm sure Muhammad Ali had it that way as well.
Yeah, I'm sure Tiger Woods was in charge of his golf game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a very interesting sport in one way, but look, I don't know, maybe John Kavanagh's sort of saying that because if McGregor loses, he's like, oh look, Conor must run his own camp.
Yeah. Maybe you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. If it doesn't work, you're like, oh, that's why it didn't work.
Yeah.
But he just looks like a new man. I was actually sort of shocked to see how
the beard looked big and the hair looked long.
Yeah. He just looked like he wasn't bullshitting. But Ross, this Saturday it goes down, UFC 246. We've been like really looking forward to the return, just almost to see what type of Conor is going to be. He hasn't been doing much press. I'm sure more stuff is going to happen this week. Obviously, as we said, the press conference is going to go down on Wednesday. Friday are going to be the weigh-ins and then live weigh-ins, and then Conor versus Cowboy goes down. Conor obviously has lost his last two fights against Floyd Mayweather and Khabib, and Cerrone's coming in on a 2-fight losing streak as well after previously going 3 fights in a row winning. What way do you see this going down, Ross?
To be honest, I think the first thing you have to look at is that 170. Conor McGregor said, I think he's saying he's walked around at 160 something.
Yeah.
I think Cerrone probably at heaviest probably gets up to about 180. Looking at him, GSP sort of said he walked around at 190 pounds, and if you look at Cerrone, I don't think he's gonna ever weigh more than GSP.
Yeah.
He's quite lean. It goes one of two ways. Look, if Cerrone wants to really implement his wrestling, he can get a strong double leg in on McGregor.
Yeah. Conor actually
gets him on the ground.
Did you see Conor post? He goes, first one to shoot is a cow bitch.
I think if it's going to be a stand-up fight, I think McGregor will finish him in the first round, just because Cowboy is so notoriously known for slow starting to a fight, and he sort of picks up as the fight goes on, and you can't really be a slow starter against McGregor, because McGregor's such a fast starter. He will gauge that range so fast. I've seen Cowboy get knocked out, and I think if McGregor lands that stiff left on him, that's all she wrote. The only sort of, questionable factor is that stiff left hasn't knocked anyone out at 170.
Yeah. And he recently broke his hand as well. He's coming off a handbrake.
Yeah, was it his left one he broke?
think so, wasn't it?
I actually can't really remember. Actually, I think I've seen him in the picture, and he was a cast in the left hand.
Yeah.
That's probably not a good sign if that's broken once, because I think they start to break more frequently as a fighter once they break once.
Yeah.
What's your take?
Like, as we know, we've seen Cowboy, if he goes in and he's sort of getting bullied, he tends to, like, back down, you know?
Yeah, he doesn't like, he likes to lead the dance.
Yeah. Like, Cerrone tends to do well when his dance partner is nice to them. Like, sort of like 5 and before they fight each round and stuff like that. Whereas, like, if Conor sort of brushes him off, he'll be like, oh, shit.
Yeah, like, RDA sort of took the fight to him, he didn't like that.
Yeah.
Diaz took the fight to him, he didn't like that.
Darren Till.
Darren Till took the fight to him, he didn't like that.
Yeah.
He got away with sort of Mike Perry because Perry, like, is not as skilled as him on the mat. But if you have a look at McGregor, I feel like McGregor will bring it to him.
Yeah.
So look at Gaethje. Gaethje made a slugfest and then beat him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Cerrone's also 37 and Conor is 31, but, like, Conor hasn't got that many miles on him, whereas Cowboy really, really has. Like, you'd like to see if take away 6 years from Cowboy and see what Cowboy you get, but I think like it only makes sense for Conor to win. I think it's really, really important for not only his career but Irish MMA in general for Conor to win and to really put his name back into better people, like to put his name back in better lights rather than in the bad situations. Like if Conor McGregor gets a few wins and people can get back on the Conor McGregor fan train, like a loss will really set him back, and like no one really wants to queue up to watch Conor McGregor maybe take on like someone who's more of a journeyman than Donald Cowboy Cerrone as well, you know.
One thing I will say is I think more respect needs to be put on Donald Cowboy Cerrone's name. He has the most wins in UFC history. He has the most finishes in UFC history. I'm pretty sure he has the most bonuses in UFC history as well. He is an absolutely incredible fighter. He's got some unbelievable wins on his record, and look, Cerrone's the man, really. He is like any man, anywhere. He's like, you book the flight and I'll take the fight. That's Donald Cerrone right there. You know what I mean? And 99% of the time, I'll actually back Cowboy in a fight. Now, I might not pick him to win, but I'll be like, I hope Cerrone wins.
Yeah, I
and
think,
in fairness, I know he's on his 2-fight losing streak, but like that's Tony Ferguson and just Gaethje. It's not like he was fighting Tom from down the road and Mick from the pub.
Cowboy's going to go in. Like he must be extremely driven in this camp as well. You know, I mean, this is a huge statement for him to really
and they're saying
bolster his name.
He's going to make like $2 million off this fight, which is like great that like towards the tail end of his career he's going to make such a big payday.
Yeah, Conor McGregor saying he's going to make around 80 million off this fight as well.
For some reason, I find it hard to believe he's going to make 30 more million off this fight than the Khabib fight.
I know, but he says that's
the way it is.
It is what it is. Yeah. Yeah.
That's his number.
So what are you picking, Ross?
I think McGregor round 1 knockout.
I'm gonna go McGregor round 2 because like I don't really want to. Like we can't really agree with you.
Give us a look at the rest of the card there. He was on it.
Myself,
Holly
Ross,
Holm versus Raquel Pennington.
We were looking through the card and we were saying that like obviously so much. Yeah, it's shocking. It's pretty bad. So much money's going to Conor that like they can't really get afford everyone. But Holly Holm taking on Raquel Pennington for the second time. Holly Holm previously won
by decision, I think.
Yeah.
Olnianuk versus Marius Green. I like Olnianuk by decision. Gudea versus Grasso. I like Gudea, I think.
Yeah.
And Pettis versus Ferreira. That's actually a nice fight to kick off the card, isn't it?
Yeah. You a big fan of Ferreira?
He's very good. I think he can sort of like do an RDA on Pettis if he's given the opportunity.
Yeah. Also, make sure you keep an eye out for Maisie Barber. She's taking on Roxanne Modafferi in the main event in the prelims.
And then Sadiq Youssef is like an absolute knockout machine as well.
Give us 1 sec. But she's going to get the mic after it, and I'm telling you now, she's going to call out Paige Van Sant on TV.
Look, her goal is to become the youngest UFC champion of all time, and she's got 2 years to do it. Yeah. I think her only problem is the person who stands in her way is Valentina Shevchenko.
Yeah. Maisie Barber's also training with Ben Askren right now.
Is he?
She.
Or she? Yeah, well, I don't think he's doing much training here. Show us the rest of that card there and just give me a quick look at it. Oh, Nasrat, how'd you say his name? Haskarat is fighting. He's like Kelvin Gastelum's doppelganger.
He actually does look like him.
He is. What about the early prelims? Is there any dopes on that? No.
Tim Elliott,
that should be a decent fight. Brian Keller is alright.
Yeah.
There's the card. I was actually just more so interested as in when am I going to start watching?
Yeah,
UFC,
that's the thing.
you know what I mean?
That's the thing. Yeah. But you have to let us know who you think is going to win first. Conor McGregor versus Donald Cowboy Cerrone, because next week you have to make sure to tune in again. We're going to be going over everything. So also Jorge Masvidal is going to be there at the event as well. So who knows? They could bring him out. Who knows, really? Like Conor said, he could take on Gaethje. Yeah.
Oh, one thing that he had said that was interesting: if he does win the fight early and there's not much of a scratch on him, he'll happily fight in the next event or the one after that.
Yeah,
which is great.
Yeah. So definitely make sure, if you're enjoying the MMA shows, make sure to like, subscribe, and definitely leave a comment as well.